Hey, how's it going everyone? This is Christine from PanickedPixel, and today we have a very special unboxing video. As you can see here, this box is a Final Fantasy XIV Online Limited Collector's Edition, and not just any Limited Collector's Edition. This is the Collector's Edition for the 1.0 version of this game. So if you are unfamiliar with the story behind Final Fantasy XIV, the first version of this game was basically a failure because of many different things. You can see a video on that by NoClip, and there's also like other channels that cover it. Reason why I have this right now is I've been pretty interested in the whole story behind Final Fantasy 1.0. There's a lot of stuff in that game that never came to fruition in A Realm Reborn, and I've been watching videos about the old game and everything, so I thought it'd be quite nice to experience this box over here. So a little bit of context on this thing. As you can probably already tell from just like looking at it, it's very worn down. So this box is actually secondhand. I bought it off of a app called Carousel. So Carousel is a secondhand buying platform that's quite popular here in Hong Kong and in Singapore. I managed to buy this for really cheap actually. Normally you find these things selling for at least $50 US, 40, 50 US dollars. Over here, I managed to buy it for around $4 US. It's pretty worn down, as I mentioned, it's secondhand, but I can tell that they probably stored this somewhere without much protection, so it got damaged, especially by the humidity in here in Hong Kong. That's like a really big problem for collectors. So let's take a look at the box in general. So over here at the front, you have some beautiful artwork here, hand-drawn as it seems, usual Final Fantasy XIV style. And yeah, it says Limited Collector's Edition right down there. And then here on the right side of the box, it basically just has a summary of the contents of it. You have the map of Eorzea, a tumbler, and a security token. Unfortunately, the security token is gone, but you can actually still buy these things off of Mog Station and everything. It's not really a big deal. Apart from that, we also have the behind-the-scenes DVD, the Traveler's Journal, and the exclusive in-game item. So here at the back, let's look at the left side. Left side is just like a logo here with yeah, the Limited Collector's Edition yet again. And then here you have screenshots of the game, its customization system, armory system, guild levs, and stuff like that, and the minimum system requirements. So anyway, let's get into the meat of this unboxing. So see, as you can see here, there is a opening right here. So this is what it looks like inside the box. So you have like a little white box here, black box thing, DVD, and the Traveler's Journal. So first things first, here on the right hand side, we have the map. It's in a plastic bag. It's obviously been opened by the previous owner. Folded not so well, and the plastic is also breaking apart, which I expect out of like something that's this old. I don't actually know how big this is. Wow. Actually, that's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. So yeah, this is the map of Eorzea. Isn't that cool? The quality of the cloth is quite nice. It's very smooth and soft and everything. Alright, next thing, the closest thing to me right now is, wow, this box is pretty hefty actually for what it is. There's probably like a little booklet in it. So there's some pretty art up here. So you have the various races. So you have the Lalafels here, the little Popotos, and then Mikote girl. Oh yeah, so they didn't have Mikote boys back in the day. And also the Rogaiden over here. They did not have female versions, if I remember correctly. Then you have the Hears here. So the Hears are the human races. And then you have the Elizans from the 12's Wood. So you have like female and male for these, and this one too. Actually, a lot of the armor and like stuff they're wearing here is stuff that I still see in games. So this is something I wore as a Dragoon at like level 30, level 20 or something like that. And again, we have similar to the box here, you can see it's the exact same thing. So opening this up, So we have the CD, so it says 2 here. That means there's 2 discs. So you had to install this with 2 discs? Ah, no. So the second disc is the making of CD. Some scratches, but otherwise I think it should still work. Maybe I can, let's see if I can install it and like access it. All right, and then we have the making. I'm guessing this one isn't going to be as scratched up. Yeah, not much scratching. So put these back in. And then we have here on the right hand side various little papers. You remember back in the day when they actually like put content in these things? Now it's just like little pieces of paper with like registration code and like, hey, download the rest of the manual online. I guess, like, I mean, it's good for the environment, but it's also like, it's nice having like the booklets. So here you have like the user booklet, like stuff that goes through the, wow, I was thinking installation guide. Yes, it does actually have an installation guide, but it also talks about the story of the game itself and how it is the age of adventure. You can pause the video if you want to read it, and these things as well. Right, so there's a lot of information in this actually. Pretty good. And then you have a notepad area. You need to write notes. Whoever uses these, you know, I've always wondered, because I would never use these. Why would you like write your random notes in here? And then we also have like a promotion for the rest of the Square Enix products. And then after that, we also have invite your friend to Eorzea. So here's a registration code. Final Fantasy XIV Guest Pass. I can like put this up here because like I don't think these work anymore. Yeah, like you can actually play Final Fantasy XIV right now until like level 30 or something with a new account, that is. And then you have the product registration card, which includes the registration code of your game. And then here is the exclusive code for the Onion Helm in game. I wonder if this still actually works. I'll have to look this up later. So yeah, that is a lot of paper for a little case, which is why it was so heavy. Very nostalgia. That's all I have to say. So third thing out of the box here that we are taking out is the journal, the traveler's journal. This should be unused, right? Oh wow, it's like from like it not being used, it's like really hard here. So it took a bit of like effort to open it up. Ooh, you have the Grand Company logos. And you have images of the characters. You know, they did like motion capture for almost everything in this game, and that's probably why it was like so expensive to build, but you know, it looks really nice even now. It's just that like it's impractical for like modern day MMO. Look at the gathering people. Yeah, this gear. I have used this gear. Yeah, so every page has like, every page has some sort of character on it. Wow, look at how like detailed the Coctor used to be. But no more. Yeah, I appreciate the amount of detail they put into the textures of this game. So much, in fact, that like the barrels would make everyone lag. But, you know, they were pretty barrels. And these are pretty characters. Would I ever use this? I am not sure. It's like, it's too pretty to use, you know? The paper is like really good quality too. It's not like thin or anything. Can you hear that? It's like, that's thick paper. It's not like super thick, but you know, it's like thicker than like what you'd usually get in a notebook. And look at this art. Look at this pretty art. I'm so happy. This is really nice art. Man, I need to like really take care of this. This is Gridania. Look at how pretty Gridania is. I mean, you can probably find these images online somewhere, but like... And I think they still use some of these for the loading screens, maybe? If I, yeah, they still use like some of these in the character creation and like loading screens and stuff, but it's nice having like a physical version of it. So let's put that on the side. Next thing out of the box. So this is where you would have found the security token for the game, but As I said, they do not have that. So this is the last thing out of the box, and this is the Temblor. This box is actually, like, it still looks like almost brand new. I actually opened this a little bit just to double check that the thing is actually in here. You don't know with these secondhand sellers, right? Opening up the box. I just hit the microphone. I'm sorry, guys. It's just a little tiny tumbler, and it has like a little false leather thing over here. It doesn't seem particularly like well built. It's thicker than like you would expect though for like a freebie. I bet like if this were like a freebie nowadays, this would be like hella thin. Like maybe like it wouldn't even close properly. So this is what it looks like inside. So yeah, this is it. You just close it like that, and that's it. It's not like the most well-made thing as far as I can feel with the false leather and everything. This is like very obviously false leather, and also I can see like bits of the glue, but then again, like it might be just the age that's showing. So yeah, that is it for the unboxing video of this Final Fantasy XIV 1.0 Limited Collector's Edition. I am most excited to look at the behind the scenes DVD and try to install the game, because I do want to try and explore the game if that is within the realm of my like ability to. I know some people are able to do it, but whether or not I am willing to go through all the effort is another question. But anyway, so thank you so much for watching this unboxing video. You know, this is actually the first limited edition box set that I've ever gotten, so you have actually shared a very special moment with me here. So let me know how you feel about that, and also let me know about any limited edition collector stuff that you have personally gotten, and like the items that are your most favorite and everything. I'm really hungry right now. It's like 8:15 and I really want poutine, so that's where I will be going. Thank you again so much for watching. I will go eat dinner now. I'll see you guys around.